Good morning, guys. It's about 5:15 and we've got our first sheet of the day loaded. And again, this is for a repeat client. We are using, of course, the Epson P7000. Check our inks right here. She's getting all set up to do another custom job, and again, knocking out the custom jobs early. And this one is real simple, actually. All we're going to be doing is really actually some small labels. So you'll see exactly what will be coming out right now. She's just getting all set up. One of the questions we get asked a lot is ink cartridges on the Epson P7000. And you'll see these bays here. There's one here and there's one over here. And inside those bays are where our ink cartridges are. So again, massive, massive ink cartridges. Even the smallest ones, they are massive. And if you've never dealt with, again, large-scale inkjet printing, you're in for a huge rude awakening seeing these compared to normal cartridges. So again, just something that we've gotten asked quite a bit about as far as where the print cartridges are located on the printer. So we're starting our print right now. You can see our registration marks are coming in. And again, guys, we're getting lots of questions on custom graphics. You know, a lot of questions have been really driven around custom business models. What do you recommend us to do? I'm, you know, a single mother and I'm looking to start a business and I want to get involved in doing custom work. And again, I would say this, and this is something I wanted to, again, do a video about, and I feel this is the best way to do it because we do this a lot. Regardless of your skill set, you're going to find the best jobs as far as getting involved with any type of custom graphic work is always going to be decals. General decals are still always going to have their place in the industry because, again, not everybody has the ability or the skill set to do custom work. And when I say that, you know, we get guys that'll say, well, I can buy vinyl anywhere, and that's true. You can certainly buy vinyl anywhere and you can attempt to get finished results. No different than you can be a body shop in your, you know, garage or basement. If you're capable of actually using professional equipment, you'll definitely get professional results. The question is, how many people do you know that will do that? And in all honesty, that's the thing you have to think about. This is a skill set just like anything else. If you're not staying with it consistently, you're going to find that it's going to be a long learning curve as far as getting perfect product. And when I say perfect product, I'm not talking about letting the printer print an actual finish or print and then actually go in and mail that finished print. What I'm talking about is performing the lamination, making sure there's no dust, no debris, doing the cutting, and staying up with that quality control that your clients expect. You know, going everything from the shipping, the tracking, everything, because a lot of times end users forget that their business model is going to be based on the feedback of their clients, and that's really what's going to drive how fast your business takes off. There's a lot of custom decal actual businesses online. They're everywhere. I mean, the big difference is what makes you stand out is, of course, going to be your customer service and the quality of your product. We're one of the only distributors that actually use 3M products, and the reason we do is because we know they give you the best results. Is that a fact? Well, if you look at the price structure of 3M, I hate to say it, that old cliche where they say that you get what you pay for, there is some truth to that, and especially in this industry. I mean, so again, keep that in mind as far as what you're looking at so you can get the effect you're looking for. And again, you can see here, these labels are, and I consider them to be labels, they're actually graphics, but they're only 1.5 inches wide. Right now we're doing a 13 by 23 sheet, and this included the files reworked for the client. He also wanted the images sent to him. We sold him the files as well, and that's another area of the business that you guys can look into. But selling files is like selling a product, because a lot of people forget you can't produce any graphics without the file. So it is a digital product, and we always try to put bundles together for clients, because if they ever want that print again, they then can supply the graphic and we can just go to print without remastering if required. So again, this particular client is one that we've used numerous times in terms of we've had a lot of custom work for him. So we are actually providing him the files. He's paid for them, and you can see what we've got going on here. And these are really, really simple. He's getting, I believe, 56 of each type. So again, I always recommend overshooting a runway, so to speak, on how the quantity is on your orders. You never know if you get a bad one. Naturally, you build in that buffer, and you can always assure your quality. And on top of that, giving your client a couple extra is never going to hurt. Okay, it's always something that looks on the positive. If you did, God forbid, forget something with an order, they're always going to be more forgiving if they know that they've gotten a couple extra. I mean, I've never had an issue with any clients. And again, communication is key. If it takes you 3 days to respond, that's unacceptable. I get people that'll say, well, you know what? I work a full-time job. If I was a buyer, I'm going to tell you the truth, they don't care. They don't care you work a full-time job. They're not going to be as understanding. It's their money. And they feel that once they purchase a product from you, they're expecting you to be a professional. And that means being as communicative as possible. And again, that's something that a lot of people tend to forget in this industry, is that as long as you are open and you're more forgiving in the sense of communication, most people are very understanding. We've had it happen numerous times. Again, we strive for perfection, but how much you actually get that is going to be just, natural practice. But overall, the big thing here is just being open-minded in the sense of listening to your clients and trying to stay forthcoming with them as far as any changes, anything that's happening with an order. Again, lead times, try to always strive for those lead times, building a buffer of the lead time. But if you're looking to get in the industry, and again, you're looking at the highest profit margin, and on top of that, the ease of that profit margin, I would say decals are going to be your best friend. We get a lot of questions about wraps, car graphics. Car graphics are great, but you better understand what you're getting involved with. You're messing with someone's vehicle now, and you can make a lot of money, but you can also have a lot of headache. So I like something that's more fire and forget. Graphics have never let me down, whether these, again, let's see how they're coming out on the bottom. You can check them out. You see these logos on the bottom are nothing more than Louisiana's flag. And again, they've been just digitally remastered. And then we got our American flags. And real simple, you're looking easily at roughly a 97, 98% profit margin on this sheet. So the client purchased basically the whole sheet. You're looking at a 13 by 23 sheet. And, 13 by 23 on this particular sheet. So massive, massive amount of profit. And for most people, this is really equivalent to a day's work. And when I say that, a lot of people don't believe it until they start doing it, and then they figure it out. And that's when, the wheels start turning in the sense of, okay, how do I keep doing this? Stay focused, guys, on one area of the business. Don't dwell into, I want to do this, that, the other thing when you have never even tested doing graphics yourself. Once you get consistency in one area, and when I say consistency, I mean over duration. I'm an engineer. I don't look at consistency over an hour. We're talking consistency for 3 or 4 months. Then you understand, okay, I know what I'm into. I've encountered enough problems to troubleshoot certain variables, and now I can sit there and resell with confidence. Once you've done that, once you've experienced some shipping hassles and experienced, the caveats of running any business, then you can decide if it makes sense for you to run into other areas as far as different aspects of graphics. But I would focus first on one area, and once again, that would mostly be decals, because again, super easy to work with, super easy to make money with. You can see here what we've got coming out. And again, just for substrate awareness, this is our Inkjet Glossy. Okay. But again, as far as ease of use, ease of profit, decals are going to be the way to go. Big, small, doesn't matter what it is. It does matter the substrate you're using for your application. If you start dealing with vehicles or external environmental use, you definitely want to use a heavier duty substrate like our Aqua Vinyl. And the main reason we say that is it will last outlasts virtually everything. I mean, it's very, very, very durable. It's a little thicker. It's got a little different adhesive on it. If you're doing more fine graphics or refinement, we get a lot of questions on mugs and things of that nature. If you really want it to look painted on, I would recommend water slide, but they do take a lot more time in the sense of learning how to apply them, because they are basically a multifaceted type substrate. So again, you've got a lot of different variables, a lot of different substrates. You've got your HD chrome, you've got glossy, matte, you've got different laminates, you've got matte, you've got glossy. It's all dependent on what you're trying to do. And you can see finished product coming out. You can see exactly what we have here. The other thing I would say, guys, tax return season. So everybody's getting back a nice chunk of change usually, God willing. And it's really time for you to start analyzing your equipment. And when I say that, if you're looking to get involved in this, I don't recommend using, and I've said this numerous times, a printer that is $80 to $100. It's just not going to give you the effect you're looking for. You want to spend anywhere between $300 to $500 to start if you're going to start doing it. And you can even, we've gotten asked a lot of questions about buying used equipment. That's fine if you know the source. If you don't know the source, I'd recommend being very careful. A lot of Craigslist deals and deals of that nature, you don't know who's actually running the equipment, how it was maintained. If the print head has issues, it could cost easily as much as a new printer. So be cautious with that. The main thing now is that you just understand it is possible naturally for anyone to do this, and it is possible naturally for anyone to understand just how easy it is for this profit to come about, because again, the robots are doing 98% of the work, minus you doing, I would say, the most as far as quality control. That's the variable that you're looking at. When I say quality control, again, doing the lamination, you can see here how the American flags and the actual Louisiana flags actually came out. Very simple sheet here. So again, guys, I hope I've helped answer some questions. We know we're going to get plenty more, and I'm looking forward to helping you guys. The big thing here is understanding that just like any other business, you're going to work it. There is no time off. There is no, I'm tired, it's my weekend. If you're weak like that minded, you're going to always give yourself a limiting belief, and you're going to be stuck in that limiting belief. So focus on, making progress every day. Work what I call the perfect hour. If you can focus on a perfect hour of work for yourself first, you're going to get a hell of a lot farther than sitting there and working 6-7 hours where you're tired, you're miserable, and you make it, more daunting than it has to be. So again, you'll see our contact information below for any more questions, comments, or required quotes. Again, custom work, we are inviting naturally, and if you guys have any ideas, please shoot them over. And right now, we're going to finalize this print, get it all set up for the client, and be all set. Take care.